Yo, my people. So I am feeling. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling profitable. I'm feeling real profitable. That's right, baby. I made my first profitable week or 2 weeks, should we say, on Shopify e-commerce, right? So if you don't know, you better get to know. I set out to start my own e-com brand, 4 or 5 months ago. Went through the sample process. Finally got a product with good quality that I like. Got the right price. Got a first bulk sent to the UK because of the size of the product and weight. It just didn't make sense drop shipping, especially with all these tariffs in place. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna take the jump, invest in bulk, get it to the UK. Got it to the UK, started building some momentum on TikTok, built the product page, started reaching out to content creators on TikTok to create some kind of content and get the content that I can then repurpose on my page to get traffic essentially to my Shopify. Didn't go that great, so then I started to slowly put a marketing budget towards getting traffic to my website, and the marketing channel was Google Ads. So as you know, if you don't know, so now we're 2 weeks into Google Ads. So I thought I'd share how far things are going so far. But I ain't gonna lie, people. 2 weeks in, and we're profitable. And that is the main thing, especially when you're a new online business and you don't have cash flow. The main thing is to be profitable. That's real. Like, it's all good to, in the past I've done it before, and it's like, oh, you just want sales. But what do they say? Revenue is vanity, profit is, I don't even know what the end of the saying, but you know what I mean? Revenue is just, those metrics don't mean nothing if you're not making any money. You can get sales, but at the end of the day, if you come out with nothing, then it makes no difference, right? So, one, I don't have a mad marketing budget, so I can't go crazy on advertisement anyways. But two, I've been able to take my time and focus on trying to acquire the customer at the cheapest, because the more profit I can, the more I can reinvest in the ecom brand, into buying stock to essentially then make more money later on down the line, right? So I guess it's worked out in my favor that I don't have much stock, and I don't have much marketing budget to go heavy. So kind of slow and steady, as you know, the tortoise and the hare, kind of might win the race. Well, it's winning the race so far, because yes, it's crazy. Because look, let me show you. I'll show you. Am I recording my screen? Yeah, cool. So this is the Google Ad dashboard. So I just did it for the past 2 weeks. And if you can see here, I have spent £78 to acquire £513, so about 11 purchases. This is not accurate, because if you go into my Shopify, the same date I did 16 orders, so I did £750. But you know what's good about this is look at the conversion rate on that, people. That's nearly 4%. I think the average conversion rate is 2.53%. Even 2.5%. But I know this is very small. This is not at scale, innit? But I mean, for the sessions, look, only 282 sessions. What's that? 300 people have visited the site in the 2 weeks, and I've got a 4% conversion. So that's great with the traffic we got. Plus, look how cheap was, how much it cost us for all that traffic. Only 80 quid. So 80 quid for about 250 to 270 clicks. Let's say on Google 250, it was able to do 513. It says here 750, but now if we go to Triple Well to see the profit margins, what I've done, if you don't know Triple Well, you can add your cost of goods. You can, it connects to your Google ads or Facebook ads, and it also connects to your Shopify to calculate how much profit you make essentially. So here in the past 2 weeks, I've been able, with £78 spent on ads, I've been able to make £278 profit in the past 2 weeks, baby. That one of my rules, I put it with gold. I'm about 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 £278 ain't gonna get me anywhere. That's probably how much I spent on dishing out samples, right, the past month or so to content creators. But again, what we're gonna do with that money, baby, we're gonna obviously keep that on the side to build it up to when we can buy more stock, or I can put it towards paying content creators, right, to get content. But you know what, people, 2 weeks so far, £278. That's not bad. That's that extra little income in my pocket, right? I'm not gonna say it's passive because it's not passive because I did a lot of work to even get to this point here, right? Um, However, what's good about ecom or with anything that you do, you're putting all this hard work now, and then slowly it will start paying you dividends, and you'll slowly start to get the return. So these past 2 weeks, I've finally, all the hard work so far that I've done has allowed me to at least earn £280 profit clean. That's mine. You know what? Let's get bottles tonight, baby. We gonna get it. You want drink? You want drink? You want drink? What? It's on me, baby. No, I'm playing. But yeah, man, happy about that because again, it's just the acquisition cost. 78 quid. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. Like, that's mad. That's actually mad. £278. £78 to acquire for £278 profit is really good. So yeah, that's pretty much the update. Again, it's nothing crazy. £750 in sales in the past 2 weeks, but we're profitable. We are profitable, and that is what matters. So the plan of action now is I need to increase my maximized click on Google because it's not spending. We're getting there slowly but surely. But I think if I had anything to share and say why I've been profitable so soon in the past 2 weeks with the amount of traffic I got, like I said, we're talking about 280 clicks, 280 people visiting your site, and 4% of them conversion is really good. And again, I personally think the reason why we're converting so well, even with the traffic that we got, and we'll be able to make profitable with the cost that we're paying for, is because I believe the product page is great. It's optimized for conversions. And I'll give you a breakdown of what I've done. I focused on making sure that my copy speaks to the customer's desires and pain points. I've done all my market research on my customer avatar. I know their customer language. I know their pain points, their desires, their frustrations. Like, I know literally everything from the physical and emotional pain that they go through for that particular problem that my product's serving, right? I'm in the Reddit groups. Obviously, I got help with Claude and ChatGPT, and I just keep educating myself with it. Of course, with my TikTok page, I am doing content, so people are then leaving comments and feedback on these problems that I'm speaking when I'm doing content. So I'm continuously educating myself, and that's the plan. I want to continue educating myself about my customer avatar and their pain points, right? And really understand my market. So I really feel like even though it's a women's product, I familiarized and I understand from their perspective of this pain that they're going through, and using all that information and becoming like educated, I've been able to write good copy on my private pages that speaks directly to their pain points. It deals with any objections because also I use an FAQ, and my FAQ, from all my research, I know exactly everything. I know their beliefs, I know their doubts, I know their concerns. So I've answered all their objections in my FAQs. So when they go to my product page, everything that they had doubt or everything that they thought of done research already, I'm able to answer their question on their page, right? On my page. And I believe that's why I've done thorough research and I've been able to answer their questions or doubts that could prevent them from converting from the jump. Do you know what I mean? As well, what really helped, and I said this already, me reaching out to content creators on TikTok to shoot content and do UG style, review style videos, I think has really helped me. One, I'm a new brand. I don't have no reviews, but I don't need reviews because I've got like 5-6 content creators talking about my product and how it helps their problem on my product page. Do you get what I mean? So I don't know if you've seen like product landing pages where, you'll have the product pictures, you have like maybe 3-4 USPs, like highlights of the product itself. You might have a headline screaming, like straight away, highlighting that person's problem and how your mechanism is going to fix it. And then above it, you might have like a 30-day guarantee. You might have a risk reversal. So, just anything that can make them feel like, what, worst case scenario, I've got nothing to lose in it. That's what you got to do when you're coming to building these product pages, right? But then last of all, that's social proof. And I think having those 5-6 videos, just below my add to cart page is really like giving them confidence, because they're seeing people just like them talking about their problems and how their problems got solved by my product. So I think that's a cheat code, people. Instead of thinking about making these pages all fancy and, do you get me, all this stuff here, like, get yourself some content creators that can shoot authentic content and talk about the problem your customer has and how it's being served, using your mechanism, your product, and I promise it will increase conversion. I personally think that's what it is, and that is my ball game. I'm gonna keep reaching out to content creators and keep sending them products to do authentic reviews. These are not content creators, by the way. Really, I'm calling them creators, but these are just my customer avatar that I've offered to give them a sample to shoot me a review style. And because you can tell that they're not really creators, it's just so authentic. You know what I mean? Like, they're really speaking from their point of view, from their pain point, and other customers that have that same pain point can resonate with them and relate to them. And I think that's what makes it really good at converting. So obviously I'm saying all of this now, but I would love to see what the conversion rate will be like at scale when we're doing, thousands of sessions a day. That's when we'll really get it. But so far, I feel completely confident that my strategy on focusing on content/social proof and then repurposing that on your product page, right, is really helped the conversion side of things. Because again, there's not a lot of people visiting. They're all coming from Google, but like, there's so many other competitors on Google, and I really think focusing on that authenticity with content, and also how I'm presenting my brand to give it that really authentic feel is I believe is helping the conversion. Anyways, I've gone around it in circles, but you get what I'm saying. That is the update so far. Happy £278. I think I'm just going to go to casino and put it on black and lose it all, and that was it, guys. End of business. My ecom dream's done. I'm going to be a bloody gambler. No, I'm joking. Anyways, peace and love, and I'll catch you lot in the next one.